And welcome back to another episode of my survival series in Feed the Beast Horizons. We have a pretty big development today. As you can see, this is not the normal area that you have seen me in, and we had a glitch with the map. I was running it on a server so I could have a few friends on, and we had a corruption in the server. Long story short, I couldn't recover that map, and so we kind of lost everything we had started. So I have had to recreate a new map, and one thing that is nice about that is I was able to get the biomes of plenty working better than I had in that other map. So you can see we're going to see some other types of biomes. So that's, I guess, a silver lining. But I don't want to just start all over again since we already had 6 episodes of building and some good content with Tinker's Craft and Pam's Harvest Craft, and we were just about to get to Rotary Craft. We had a lot of things going on, and I want to get back to that point. So instead of recording that, what I'm going to do is I picked this little mountaintop, and I'm going to rebuild my structures, and I'm going to get myself back to pretty close to where I was, which is at least Tinker's Forge with good weapons, Nether portal, so that I had a couple of good picks and stuff already. I will get myself built up in iron ore for Rotary Craft, so I can start the Rotary Craft piece, and we will continue there. So we're going to do some building, and we'll get that done. So I'm going to try to do all that before bringing you guys back in. So that may take me some time, but through the magic of editing videos, it won't be much time for you. I chose this place because I keep building in plains or in caves, and I decided I didn't want to do too much of that. I still want to build up on top of a mountain, and I thought this was a nice location, some nice view, and I found this biome. Check this thing out. That's the crags, and I think it might even go higher. So eventually, we might have to move some stuff into that area, which I think would be really cool for some extreme terrain generation. So this will be home base. We're going to build here. We'll probably build over on that area. I'll flatten that out, build some more, and then we might even expand into this area, build some really cool structures and things that we can do. And again, this part of my season from here on out, this is going to be all of the technical mods. So this will be none of the magic mods. I'm not going to do Bombcraft, and I'm not going to do Ars Magica, any of the magic type ones. I'm going to stay away from those in this piece of this, or in this series, on this new world. This will be my tech world, so this will all be technical stuff. And then I have another world that I have joined. I wanted to join a multiplayer server, and I found one, and I'll bring a video up of that coming up pretty soon. And in that one, it's still Horizons, so I'm still playing the same text or the same pack, and it will be the same texture pack, but it's the same mod pack, Horizons, updated version. But I will focus on all the magical things there. So I'm going to do Ars Magica 2 is what I'm starting out with, and I'm going to jump into Thaumcraft in that world, and it's a multiplayer world, so there should be some fun there. I will post that up as we get to that next. So everything in this piece will be surviving with the technical aspects of Horizons and just some of the cool mods that are listed there. And then the other videos I put up will be of the magic world. We'll keep them separated, and we'll have some fun. So thanks for staying with me. I will bring you back in once I have my structure and I'm back up to the level I was at just before I left, or well, not before I left, but before the map got corrupted and it was unrecoverable and we had to start again. So sit back, go get a Coke, get some popcorn, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back, and we have the house made, and I've got back to the level of tools I was at and just a few of the things I had gathered, but really not too much. I am kind of starting over in some ways, but I'm kind of at that point where I thought I was at the end of the last episode. All right, so let's take a look. And so what I have here is I built a modern house, and I chose that area you saw that I cleared off, and I made it out of mostly sandstone and seared brick stone that was just that I used as kind of a counter color, and then basalt, as you can see here. So I have a nice big square shapes. Modern, I always think looks really good in Minecraft. So here we have the balcony looking out over the kind of like that little flower forest down there. I think that's called maybe the garden or the grove or something. I think it might be the garden. I've got the great giant crag mountains over to my left, and I can't wait to go explore those. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. So I've got carpenter door. I've got my Tinker's Forge here. Set it into the ground. I thought that was a cool way to maybe try something out. It's got a few ingots in there, but not much. To talk about my inventory, I went ahead and I've got back to my cobalt. Actually, I could have went higher with hardite, or manelium, because I had that previously, but I went to just cobalt. Got those left, and most of these are cobalt with either obsidian as a plate, and then I either put in on either haste or just lapis, so redstone or lapis on those. So that's my sets of tools. Also, I have my golden bags, but nothing in them. So as you can see, not starting too over. I do have some ores that I went out and collected. Not too much. A little bit of slime. Not too much. We'll go down in just a second. Here, just some coal. Some of the Archimedes air balloon stuff I had, so I kind of gave myself that. Got all that gathered back up. Everything else is kind of empty. A little bit of food, but not much. I've got to restart the garden completely. I haven't done that. I haven't done much animal hunting yet. Other than that, just some miscellaneous glass and sand. Not too much. As you can see, this is like a kind of a workroom. It's got the kind of kitchen dining room table I made here out of micro blocks. And another empty locker. Here's just mob drop stuff. I had tons more than this before, but we'll just have to move on. Got some woods, just the basics. I'll have to go out and collect more. And that's about it. So this is the kind of the bottom floor, the bottom level. There's a basement level or a small basement level to the smeltery. So what I did here is, again, I'm just using mostly basalt and the sandstone. And so I have my different pieces here, all my castings, and then my tool station. Got a pretty much empty locker and my pattern chest. That's about it. Crafting tables. So not too much else there. I was trying to figure out a way to go up and down, and I don't know. This might not be the best move. I'll have to think about what is a good elevator in the game. I don't want to use any of the magic items. I'm trying to only use the technical items. So I'll have to see if there's anything in the technical stuff from like Rotary Craft or any one of those other ones that might work for me. So that's this level, and then there's an upstairs. I've got these wrapping around kind of short staircases up to the top level. As you can see, this is a nice big room. And then we have the bed, kind of 2-foot lockers, also empty at the moment. Another couple of lockers for storage, empty at the moment. I did do this ceiling, and I'm quite proud of that. I think that's kind of cool. I like this glass that I found. Basically a hollow square glass panel. Micro forge blocks, I just really am liking some paintings. And I'm going to be using a lot more of that stuff to build buildings. Too bad you can't use it for Archimedes ships, but then we could do some really cool stuff. But okay, so this is, probably one of my better things I've built, and this isn't even great, but this is about as good as I can get so far. So I used fir wood planks here, other than that, and then just sandstone brick. So lots of sandstone, lots of basalt, and lots of seared stone is really what most of this is made out of. We go out. Oh, I got a bag in my hand. I was like, why'd that happen? So I went out here, and I've got a small patio area, and I've got some shore buffers so that I can go ahead and dock up any of my airships right here if I want, right to the front. I get a little glitch anytime I'm looking out this way, and it might be because of everything it's screen redrawing out there. So every now and then you're going to see like a little frame hiccup. I'm hoping it's not anything else. I did do some quartz stuff here. And then I have over here, which you can kind of see on the mini map, is basically going to be my helicopter pad. And one of the first things I'm going to rebuild here is for an airship. I'm going to build probably one of Lord Dakr's or maybe Jag Thunder's, one of their helicopters. It's going to be one of my main vehicles. So I haven't figured out which one I want to rebuild yet. I'll use one of their tutorials to build it out. They make some cool stuff, and I always like what they look at or look like. So I'm going to use that. And then I have this cool little nifty drawbridge I created. So that's pretty neat, so that when I'm actually out flying around, I can be doing what I need to do. I can come back and I can close the drawbridge. That's basically just obsidian pressure plates. Here it comes back. So that is very cool. Other than that, about to get dark, but let's see if I can give you another view of the house. So I've got to make an animal farm. I've got to make a garden for food. Those are my next main priorities that I'll probably do. I'll do that stuff off screen while I'm building. I'll just do the building stuff and the actual interesting stuff with you guys watching. So here's kind of a look of house. I went for a modern design. I just kind of whipped it out myself. I looked at a lot of different pictures, and I noticed with modern houses there's a lot of common shapes. So a lot of them can be, have a pretty common theme to them, and I think it turned out pretty well. So it is built up on that mountain there that we talked about, and I'm pretty happy with it. It turned out really good. So I think this is going to be pretty good. Get my sword out just in case. I love this sword. I like the long sword. I've been playing around with all the other ones, but I think what I like about the long sword is that you have the jump. The kind of that jump forward is really cool. That's got me out of a few binds before. That isn't open there. That's the glass that has I want to say it's ultra clear glass or really clear glass or just maybe just clear glass, but it's got like a I forget what they call that texture, but a certain texture that takes out kind of the bars. So there is window there. It's just you don't see any of the edging. So that's that. I think we're good. I think we're ready to get on with the series, and I'm really happy how this turned out. I still might add on a little more to be able to get around, but I think it turned out really well. So this is going to be where we start to adventure forth from. So first things first, I'm going to gather my materials, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to build the helicopter over on the helicopter pad. So let me sleep the night away and gather my materials, and then we will meet back up over there in just a second. Oh, let's look out the great big window here. There we go. Oh, that's such a good view. All right, we'll be right back. All right, I've got the first part started. It's nighttime. I'm going to go sleep again here in just a moment and want to show you where I was at. So I've got the first layer that from Lord Dakr's tutorial. And this is going to be the Westland Sea King helicopter, which I thought was big enough. It's one of the ones that you can be inside, so I thought it'd make a great candidate for Archimedes ships. I'm hoping I don't fall off my launch pad here. I am putting it on top of the buffers to see if I can land it on that each time, because this stuff will pick up as the ship if I don't. So we'll just have to see how that goes. So we've got the first layer. I'm using black full air balloon, a gray, and then a white for most of it. And I'll put the link to Lord Dakr's website so that or his YouTube channel, so you can see all the stuff he's doing. It's his design, and it's a great design, so he gets all the credit for coming up with how to make it, and I'm just following his great tutorials. So let's do this. I'm going to sleep it away, and then I'll bring you back after I get a couple more layers done and show you where we're at. So stay tuned. All right, as the sun rises, we're on layer 3. So we've got, let's see if I can get a good look of it yet. Get a side profile maybe. So we've got the bottom part made, and I still might have to make a couple of adjustments for what I want to do, but so far so good. Following the tutorials, looking good. We'll bring you right back after we get the next part. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we've got the final layers on. I've gone with short blades so far, and one of the designs, well, that was some crazy lag. Getting weird frame rate all of a sudden. So that's I'm going to put the longer blades on once I test it. I just want to test it with the way things are connected. With Archimedes, a lot of things have to be connected, and sometimes it doesn't work quite right. So I want to make sure before I go ahead and add them all on that it's going to work. So I still have to place the helm, and then we're going to try this out. And I went with the crossways again for Archimedes' sake. The design that Lord Dakr does, or Lord Dakr does, is a diagonal design. It makes it look better because you can really tell the different blades. I also have a little weight up and in here. Oh, except I didn't bring any dirt to get in there. Hold on a second. Probably need 2 or 3. With the way the doors are, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put a trap door here as another design difference to be able to get in, and maybe I don't know, that, or I might leave it open and put a ladder. See if I can do it that way, jump up. The other difference I had to do is I had to make sure these connected, so I came back a little bit different than he did. I haven't put the buttons on the wheels yet. Again, I'll try that once I've done the testing. I do have the back rotor the way he has it, so we'll see if that works. I haven't tried gates, so I don't know if gates work, but we'll see. So let's give this a shot. Archimedes ships. This is the Westland Sea King, designed by Lord Dakr. I always want to say darker, but I believe it's Dakr. For now, I think I'll put the helm right in the center, and we are ready to go. So here we go. All right, so we are in the ship. Let's just go ahead and uh-oh. I think my keys are different. I think... Okay, let's check what our keys are. Options. Controls. Ascend and descend is X and Z. So ascend, X, Z. I think something else has Z. Spellbook. I don't know. I need something that's not being used, I guess. And then X, also spellbook. Okay, so now I have X and Z. I think we're good. Let's just make sure. X and Z, break. Align is equals. So I guess I need my C key. What else do I have down to C? Translocato crafting grid. Don't know. Do that. See if that opened it up. Nope, something still has C. Ars Magica. Yep, I don't mind if I'm not using it. All right, so I think we got it. Perfect. Okay, done. Done. Back to game. Let's try that again. Yay, we're there. All right, so we're going to lift up Should be pretty straight up. Then we'll dismount. Hopefully we don't fall out. Okay, didn't. Of course, I don't have a way to really see how things turned out. Guess we can go back here, maybe? Ooh. Looks about right. I don't think anything is torn off. I see the blades up there. See the blades there. Those are still attached. Oh, you know what? What about my rotor? Rotor on the back. Can't see. Okay, we're going to have to try to land, and I think the hard part is just going to be landing this. So I'm going to go down. So that's down. Equals is the alignment. Let's see what's happened here. Ooh, why do I look way high? Something's wrong. Okay, well, let's jump down. What happened? Well, it worked. I think maybe my helicopter pad is too small. Nothing came off. So it still must just be the I have to think about how to get back in and out of that. All right, well, and then I'll extend out the blades because it looks like that's going to be okay. I guess for now, but I can't leave. Oh, wait, dirt is fine, I think. I wonder too where I want it is that hole. Should be up one and here. I have to put some glass underneath, maybe? Oh, I left it in the house. Maybe I'll put some glass under here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, let's see if I can re-land this. Oh, that could be a problem. Shoot. Alright, well. No, it looks like it's still gonna offset us. Alright, well. We will think about that. We'll do some testing and then we'll finish it up. I still think I can use it even if I have to land it, you know, on the actual land area where I have better access to things. I just thought this kind of helicopter pad over here would look pretty cool. But we'll have to figure out how to make that work better. Oh, I'm not sure why it offset that way. So, okay, well, thanks for joining. We'll call it good for an episode there. So we have the new house that we're starting with. We'll have our new helicopter once I get it finished here, the Westland Sea King to explore around with. We'll pick up with more Pam's Harvest Craft once I get the gardens going again and the animal pens. That's what I'm going to work on next. And I got to go mining again because I just have no materials. I'll do all that off camera, and then we'll whip up an episode of another build and get back on track with rotary craft. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining, and I love my drawbridge here. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.